From clarkwoods.com, this is Horribly Off Topic, episode number 188. I'm Chris.
And I'm Steve, and we're sitting in a very dark room.
Yes, there's not even a Yule log, Steve. What are you're falling down on the job?
No, I think
Why isn't your TV playing the Yule log, Steve?
because Eversource decided
And now Eversource
that our street was not a priority to get the power back.
They decided that they did not want us to have a Yule log to record by tonight. They just said, a partridge in a pear tree maybe, but no Yule log.
Maybe it's better that we waited until Thursday to record the day that will live in infamy as the day we have gone almost 24 hours without power.
Yeah, well, it's maybe yes, maybe it was meant to be, because we could just spend an entire episode talking about living in the dark the Dark Ages.
I don't understand why. And we live, for those of you who are first time listeners, we
welcome.
We welcome.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, give us a review on the old Apple Podcasts.
Oh,
we live in northern Massachusetts.
Yes.
Well, you live further north than I do.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm closer to mid
Massachusetts,
mid northern Massachusetts, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And we as well as the rest of the Northeast got hit with a mega storm.
We got walloped.
Yeah. And every time this happens, every time we have a fucking epic storm, there's power outages.
Every time they make a movie with Mark Wahlberg in it.
And you know why?
Because he's from Southie.
Yeah, well,
you mean like why the other question?
Yeah, why we get power outages?
Why do we get power outages, Steve?
Because we have a bunch of power lines that are above the ground.
Yes.
And a bunch of trees hanging over those power lines.
Yes.
Now, every time there's a fucking mega storm like this, a bunch of those tree branches fall down and break those power lines.
It would seem to me, Steve, that maybe with a little bit of planning, we could take care of this problem
before the winter.
It seems to me that maybe we could just sort of like the moment that like spring has sprung, we could just go ahead. And
it shouldn't be the fucking like residents, like the people's whose property these trees are going over.
No.
Like the town should be like, all right, we're trimming these trees that are over the fucking line.
This is a very liberal idea of yours, Steve.
I'm sorry. We're trimming these trees over the line, or
sounds vaguely fascist, vaguely the communist.
Sure.
Yeah,
fine.
Not fascist, communist. It sounds vaguely.
I'd rather the fucking
vaguely
town,
socialist.
The town or the state pay to have trees removed.
Are you a socialist, Steve?
Yes. I thought we already... Oh, wait, if you're new to the show, I sort of lean sort of socialist, but I'm also kind of a libertarian, which makes me an anarchist.
The best kind of kissed to be.
Right. What the fuck was I saying?
I don't know. I'm going to write down the best kind of kissed to be. No, you were saying about cutting the trees, and that should be the responsibility
of the town or the state to do it, and not like the homeowner is what I'm saying. So if the people that are all upset that their trees are getting trimmed, and I'm not saying chop down.
Is that a euphemism?
But even though, like, even if that was the case, even if everybody got their trees trimmed and they weren't hanging like over Brazil. All the fucking.
Isn't that what they call it? They call it a Brazilian wax when you get your trees trimmed.
Yeah, that's not trees.
You weren't speaking in metaphors.
No, I was speaking very literally, Chris.
Okay. Literal liberal you.
It's dark. I haven't bathed. I don't have it in me, Chris. I'm grouchy.
Does your level of grouchiness, like mine, increase as you get further and further away from your last shower?
I think that might be the case. But also, like when you like, I'm a fan of showering after I poop.
This is if first time listeners will be surprised, not surprised. They should know this, but long time listeners will know.
Yeah, I like to shower after I poop, and that didn't happen. I could have showered. I could have taken an ice cold shower to get my bum and stuff clean.
Yeah.
But I didn't, so I had like a million wiper, and my butt is raw, and I just want to fucking bathe, and I'm can't.
So sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could get a vanilla ice cold shower, and that would be.
I mean, I could go to the gym that we belong to and just shower there. Okay. I would need to go pick up some flip flops or something like that.
Oh, you would. You don't want to get that. You want to get that shit on your tootsie wootsies.
Yeah.
It'd be funny because don't like the gym showers.
The gym that we go to, they don't like people wearing street shoes in. Mm-hmm. So I walk in with like my sneakers or whatever I walked in with, take them off and put on flip flops. They're like, "What are you doing? You're gonna work out in flip flops?" Nope. See you in 25 to 45 minutes. Because I'm taking advantage of your very hot water.
Yep, you are taking advantage, which is in this case is a euphemism for taking a dump. I'm taking advantage.
And a shower.
Can we start that? Can we make that a thing?
No.
I take advantage instead of taking a dump.
Just like when we made it a thing.
I'm so constipated. I can't wait till I can take advantage again.
Just like when we made it a thing that we called white people cupcakes.
Did we make that a thing?
Yeah, that was like 100 episodes.
Okay. How you doing, Cupcake?
Yeah, I don't like that.
No.
See, let's not make things things.
All right.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. So you think it should be
the
responsibility of...
No, but like... We were driving down 27, and there was an entire
27
tree.
Being a rural highway here in or a country highway, as they say.
Yeah, so we were driving down that particular road, and an entire tree had fallen over and taken out.
For real?
Yeah, and it was a large tree too.
Yeah,
and it looked like it had been upended by the roots. And I don't know how the fuck a fucking crazy winter storm does that to a giant tree like that.
I don't know. What's this one called? They all have names now, right? Don't they all have names?
BlizzCon 97.
BlizzCon 97. No, this one is called Margaret.
Oh.
No, actually, I don't know if that's
what
it's
Maggie?
Called. Maggie. Margaret for short.
But for sure. the big problem, I mean, the way to make it so, like, even a mega tree falls down and
somebody hears it is to be in the woods.
Yes, perfect. Yes, and Chris. Yes, and if that's the case, if even a giant tree can fall down in a storm like this,
is God around to knock it down?
No. What should happen is our power lines should be buried in the ground.
They should, yes, but it's not a solved problem unless that happens everywhere, because when we lived in New Hampshire, we lived in a townhouse development where all of the power lines were underground, which meant if the power was on in one place in the townhouse development, it was on everywhere. But if anything happened to any of the overhead lines on the road that led to our road, we were fucked. So unless everything goes underground...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything should be going underground.
I mean, Velvet should be going underground, and then the stereo underground.
A new stereophonic sound spectacular.
I don't know. The something else underground.
The digital underground.
The digital underground. Yeah, those guys should go underground
with
too.
Humpty
Dance.
He was in the digital underground.
Was he?
Yeah.
Humpty Hump.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
And knowing is half the battle.
Oh, of course, maybe I'm wrong, and then someone will write us an email.
Maybe, have the listeners.
If you're a brand new listener, you could be that person to say, Steve, you're fucking wrong. hot@clarkwoods.com, send us an email.
Do you think the listeners have figured out that sometimes we say wrong things just so that we'll get emails?
I think I actually am right about this, and I'm not looking it up.
I mean, I know I'm wrong about this being Winter Storm Maggie. Like, I'm wrong about that.
Okay.
But... it's actually Winter Storm Winthrop.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just trying to.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Winthrop.
Yeah, Winter Storm. Winter Storm. Will Smith. Big Willie weekend.
Just keep on going, Chris.
No, so yes, you think it should be the responsibility of the state, of the government, of the whatever, to take care of this power line problem.
Yeah, and put them underground. All of them underground.
All of them underground.
So
Like the Morlocks.
yes.
Okay, and then what?
Well, actually, I don't even think we'll get to a point in society where we'll like this will happen because like I'm sure we'll be blown up or
Yeah, I mean that's happening later this year, right?
gone into poverty because of a trade war or whatever.
Yeah. I mean that seems like the most likely scenario. What? Wait, so the power's out here. The power's out at my house. I think this raises an interesting question tied into another interesting question, which is that how the fuck am I supposed to upload this?
I don't know.
No. I mean, I've got some ideas. So my phone,
the public library in my town here is open till I think 9.
Oh, we better fucking hurry up. No, I mean, so
I don't know if we can talk faster.
I don't think we can talk fast enough.
How about this? We talk slower.
Yeah.
And then we talk faster and then have people listen to the podcast at half speed.
At half speed.
And then only record a half an hour podcast.
Yeah. No, I mean I can use.
So Chris, how's it going?
I can use the cell service on my phone. I can wait till tomorrow morning when I'm back at the office. But then we're really late because that's the other interesting question. Is that
this has been the latest episode
this
ever?
Is this is the episode that should have come out on Monday and we're recording it on Thursday.
Right.
Steve, what happened?
I was sick on Friday. I wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
Stayed home. I was feeling a little bit better on Saturday. We went out with some friends on Saturday. Went to the Bolodrome.
Mm-hmm. The Drome.
I just don't understand places that
are called the Bolodrome.
No, I just don't understand places that are understaffed on a Saturday night.
That's food for thought.
What are you looking up?
No. I'm not looking anything up because I don't have the internet.
Why the fuck isn't the Bolodrome?
No. I have to have a description for the show, and I think a good description will be, Steve doesn't understand why places doesn't understand places that are understaffed on a Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're a fucking bowling alley, you should have fucking people there. And
now, was the young lady who was there the last time we were there? Was she there?
I'm not sure. Okay. We didn't go over to that. They moved all the pinball machines into the bar area.
Oh, okay.
And so I didn't go over to the regular plain old arcade area.
Got it.
And they probably wisely did that because, they didn't want like creepy old 30-year-olds hanging around a bunch of children.
Yeah. So, that's generally a bad thing. I mean, we olds should stay away from we olds should just kind of die. I think that's I saw a meme this week. I don't want to get horribly off topic, but I saw a meme this week where it was an article, and I didn't read the article. I just read the headline, which was basically written from a Gen Xer saying that they look forward to what the world will be like when we're all gone. They just wish that we could, they're like, please, millennials or not millennials, but please, like next generation, just kill us all off and get started and make the world better. And the only thing is that we wish we could still be around for when the world gets better because you got rid of all of us.
What are we doing as
we're not doing anything but that's what our generation does. We don't do anything.
Well, we can't. We're too small.
We are too small. We are very small, and we will be forgotten. We'll be the lost generation of the 21st century.
It's like there was like a time where like there was like, oh, these Generation Xers are so apathetic and blah 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 blah.
No, we're not.
And then the millennials came along, and they
Yeah.
were like, there was the big,
And they made us look fucking productive by comparison. No.
there was the boomers and millennials war.
Yes.
And it's been like the 100 years war. It's been the hungry hippos war. I don't know what the fuck I was.
The boomers millennials war was great, but the hungry hippos war. No, the boomer millennials war, that sounds like something from an anime or a manga, doesn't it? Like it sounds like
An anime or a manga.
The hungry hippos war. Yeah, no, it's yeah. Anyway, I saw that and I can't remember what you were talking about before. Oh, yes, you should keep 30-year-olds away from children.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, unless they're their parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, parents should be
Or-
allowed to be near their children most of the time.
Or relatives or friends of the family. I think that's
Okay.
Those are acceptable.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
But then we played Candlepin. I hate fucking Candlepin. I realized that.
Hate it with a passion.
Yeah, it's just we had the bumpers up. We didn't even request them up. They were just up.
They just gave you the bumpers.
Yeah, and we sucked except for Becky. Second game, she rocked it.
With the help of the bumpers, or bumpers, just sort of not.
I think there was some shots that she was able to get because of the bumpers,
Okay.
but I don't think she completely relied on the
Do you know
bumpers.
that the Spice Girls once had a song called "Bumper to Bumper"?
Was it about traffic?
No, I believe it was about butts.
Butts together, pushing them
That's
together?
what I'm thinking, but I don't know. I don't know 100% for sure. I feel like "Bumper to Bumper." I don't know why that would be appealing though.
I don't know. Like, I always find it fun to touch butts. I think it's funny, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's in any way like erogenous.
You don't think there's a website out there dedicated to butt-on-butt sex, right? I mean, is that what you're saying? You're saying that like butt to butt is funny, but it's not something that there's actually like a porno site out there.
I don't think
for.
that you can have butt to butt sex.
Well, Steve, I don't think you have enough imagination. I'm sure that you can have butt to butt
Just
sex.
squishing the cheeks together.
Squishing the cheeks together,
like-
and if one cheek sort of slides in between, one person's cheeks sort of slides in between the two cheeks of the other person, I'd say that's.
Or if you get more than two people, you could shuffle them together like a deck of cards.
Yes. But I mean, I'm also thinking, if you had a toy of some sort involved, which would be a little bit like having bumpers in a
Oh,
in
so
a
going
bowling
ass
game.
to ass is what
Going
you're
ass
saying.
to ass, you could have a toy that was in one person's ass, and then that person very skillfully inserts it into the other person's ass, and you kind of just do a little bit of a teeter totter.
You do a show in front of some old man,
Uh-huh.
and then you realize that your heroin addiction has gone horribly awry.
Yes, and
You ever saw Requiem for a Dream?
no. Wait.
It's a real
I
uplifting.
haven't
It's really uplifting film.
I feel like I have one of the songs from the soundtrack or something I own because they used it in a Lost commercial, like back in the early aughts. And so I was like, oh, I like that song. And I went and I bought it. And I was like, I don't know what movie this. I've never seen this movie, but
I think it's on the Netflix.
Oh, not on the Hobo.
The Hobo.
That's what my kids
HBO?
call HBO. They call the Hobo, but they don't anymore.
Do they write a diary of that hobo?
I don't think they've written a diary of that hobo yet. I should, they're going to be bored out of their minds tomorrow when they're without power for a
Should
second
have them
day.
listen to the entire New Sweethearts catalog.
Well, they don't have any power. I'm saying they should write themselves a diary in the voice of a hobo. Maybe I should have my students do that tomorrow in class.
Oh,
For a writing exercise. Just
it would be like write a diary of a hobo
write a diary of a hobo.
by the New Sweethearts. Make sure you shove unnecessary hobo parlance into the song when you're writing it. I mean, story.
In the story. Yeah. Like what, Steve? What kind of hobo parlance should I have them put in there?
California blanket,
California blanket,
which is newspaper.
Uh-huh.
A snipe, which is a discarded cigarette.
Okay.
A bindle, and I mean most people. I don't think most people know this. A bindle is is that little hobo.
Oh, the hobo
the stick
suitcase.
that they would. Yeah, the stick with the little. tied up
Got it.
kerchief that has like the can of beans and a nice bowl and some silverware to eat it with.
Yeah. Do you think hobos eat anything other than beans?
No, I mean that's probably why they smell so bad.
Yeah. I mean, well,
it's combined with not bathing and eating shitloads of beans. I think.
Do you think that we could solve the energy problem in this country if we got all the hobos together and we just had them all fart into a big gas tank?
You do realize that methane. Didn't we have a conversation a couple of weeks ago about how cows were killing our
yes, because my wife had watched a documentary and we were talking about
and
that.
so if we got hobos to do that, it would probably be just as bad. Well, not just as bad, but
no, but what I'm saying,
slightly less as bad.
But hey, what I'm saying is that we do this in a collected, constructive manner. I'm saying that we get the hobos to fart into a container. We use that container to power things, right? And if it works with the hobos, then we can use it on the cows. Well, we can have the cows drop their droppings into it once we've tested it on the hobos, because we don't want to hurt any cows. But fuck the hobos.
We don't want to herd them, or we don't want to hurt them.
We don't want to hurt any cows.
Okay.
We can herd them.
Or herd them.
But we don't want to hurt any cows, so we're going to test this method on the hobos first. Okay. And then we can just find places where people have a lot of gas after they eat, and we'll just put in little filling stations outside those restaurants. And so when you're done eating and you've got the farts, you go up to the filling station, you put your tushy up to it, and you let fly.
So like bare-assed or like
No, I don't. I think we should. We have the technology that we don't have to make people do it bare-assed.
Okay.
Come on, Steve. Come on.
Well,
this is the 21st century.
I mean, that's like if you do that, that's like like a 21st century Blarney Stone.
There are so many titles. I don't know what to choose.
Where people are just shoving their butts on this fucking rock and farting into it. Gives you the gift of gab. Rap.
Oh my god. So we talked about how my kids can't listen to the entire New Sweethearts catalog because they don't have any power, therefore they don't have any internet. You could make fun of, not make fun of me, you could get angry at me for not having previously downloaded the entire catalog onto their phones.
Which I get mad at you for doing that.
Which begs the question, Steve, we're in a power outage. What's on your phone in the event of a power outage?
You did write that down.
I did write that down.
I have, I on my old...
I was trying to make a smooth transition, and you had to just mention it.
On my Realsies phone.
Your Realsies phone. What can you do if
in the TV app, which is something that people probably forget is on their iPhone?
I do not. I use the TV app.
Ooh, we'll send you relevant alerts so you never miss a thing. To manage, go to settings. Thanks. Library. All right, so I have, I think, on this phone I have more.
Well, does that phone have internet service at the moment?
Yes.
Oh, so in that case, it may have even more stuff that you've bought at some point than is actually on the phone.
No, I think all of this stuff is stuff
okay.
that I've downloaded. Right. Oh wait, no, only a couple of them are.
Yeah.
But I have downloaded on the phone one episode of Breaking Bad.
Okay. Is it a good one?
Let's see. It's probably the one where they're fucking like trying to kill the fly.
Okay.
Jeff
Goldblum? They're trying to kill
No, this
Jeff
is one
Goldblum?
entire season, I think.
Oh.
What season is this, though? Season 6, the last season.
Season 6. You have all of Breaking Bad Season 6 on your phone? Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I have all the first season of Better Call Saul, but it's not on my phone. And I have Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3.
Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. So that's a pretty good, like, I feel like you could watch those, like, pretend that you had your TV on, like, FX, not FX, but like TNT. I feel like TNT.
I'm Dynamite!
Wouldn't it be like TNT that would have all three Back to the Futures playing throughout the day?
Yeah, throughout a Saturday.
Yeah, like it would take all day Saturday because they'd put in, like, all sorts of fucking commercials for Cialis and shit.
I remember watching, like, I remember back in the day, like, on the weekends, Comedy Central used to just do, like, just these, like, they would have like a marathon of like Porky's, like every Porky's movie.
Oh.
But the thing is, like, watching like Porky's on Comedy Central
It's not the same.
is not the same. So you're just like, what's going on here?
Yeah. I mean, Porky's is as they say today, problematic.
Yeah, I'm just like Revenge of the Nerds.
But I think if you were going to watch a film like that, you might as well watch it in its fully problematic glory,
Right.
instead of not seeing the scene with the glory hole, or only seeing part of the scene with the glory hole.
I mean, you're not even seeing, like, okay, so like that scene starts where there's a hole in the showers.
Yes.
And the guys are peeping on the girls taking showers. And then I think eventually the girls get wise to it.
Right.
And they're like, oh, there's somebody peeping on us. And then they're like, they all put on their towels. And then they're like, hey, put your pecker through or whatever.
Right.
And then like the coach, the woman coach comes in and sees the pecker coming through. And she grabs onto the kid's penis and
won't let go.
Yeah.
It's, I mean,
and I don't know, like, I
that
don't
happened today. That coach would be charged with a crime.
Yeah, and
Rightfully so.
I imagine
probably.
the peepers might have
the peepers. I don't know.
I
don't
imagine
know.
like
kids being kids.
I don't know. That's a crime too. I think.
I guess. Yeah.
Especially underage.
Well, yes. If any one of those kids on either side was overage, they would be the one that would get prosecuted.
Yeah. Oh, teen sex comedies.
Teen sex comedies of the 19 teens.
19 teens?
I wonder if there were any teen sex comedies of the 19 teens. They're probably on vaudeville.
You mean this decade?
No, the 19 teens.
Oh, 19 teens, not
19 teens.
2000 and teens.
Yeah, no, 2000 and teens. We, I don't know if we, did they make teen sex comedies anymore?
I don't even know.
That's a good question.
I think they do, but like I don't think they're on our radar anymore because
we're not teenagers and we don't have sex.
We actually watched.
And we're not funny.
We watched Everything Sucks. I think it's called.
Yes. Stephanie watched that. I checked in with it here and there, but I didn't see the whole thing.
I liked it. It was and it's funny because like. I mean, it's almost a time and place for me because it's just slightly younger people.
Yeah.
Than I because it takes place in 1996.
Yeah.
Which would have been the year I started my senior year of high school.
Right.
But it's like a bunch of kids that are starting freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
And joining the AV club and
the drama. Oh well, the drama club. Yeah, no, it seemed like a charming little show. I know people who did not like the first episode, and then or like they didn't look how hard the first episode was trying, and then stopped watching it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit like, hey, we're all drinking Surge, and there's fucking like here's all the songs from that year,
right?
Or whatever.
Yeah. Well, but I see the first part of it that I remember seeing. I walked in, I guess I'd seen Stephanie was binging it, and I walked in, and there was this scene where the two main characters who are friends, but one of them is going to turn out to realize that she's a lesbian. They go to a Tori Amos concert, and while they're at the Tori Amos concert, the girl sees two women kissing, and she like has this just remarkable moment, and I was like, that felt authentic, right? Not that I was ever a gay girl seeing other gay girls make out at a Tori Amos concert, but I did go to Tori's tour at that time, and
you definitely saw girls make out.
I probably did.
If you didn't, I think you might have been at a Tori Spelling concert.
I might. yeah. I guess I might have been.
I was trying to think of
Spelling
another
concert.
Tori, and it just.
I think she was part of the Zack Attack, or she might have been. Maybe she was in the fan in the fan section for the Zack Attack. Tori Spelling was on Saved by the Bell briefly as the love interest for Screech, and on Saved by the Bell there was a band called the Zack Attack.
Oh yeah, and I remember there was an episode where Punky Brewster,
Soleil Moonfry.
yeah, she was Screech's girlfriend, but I forget the scam she was trying to run on him, but she wasn't really into him.
Soleil.
Screech has a huge penis.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, because he did a porno, right?
Yeah.
Huge
It was
penis.
called Screeched.
He was the one person that was not on the when Jimmy Fallon did a
Saved by the Bell.
reunion
Yeah.
of Saved by the Bell. Yeah.
I got it. Dan gave me a copy of Screeched way back.
Oh.
I watched it once and threw it out.
Now, let me ask you this, because I am, of course, interested in all things adult film.
Oh, really?
No, but let's pretend.
Remember that owl that would say, "Oh, really"?
Oh, really?
Remember
I can't
it?
do that. I can't trill my R's the way that owl did.
No, I mean it was just like a visual meme. Like it was
Oh,
just
I thought it was like the owl from the Tootsie Roll.
No. It
commercials.
was like this white, like sort of like Hedwig.
Oh, and the Angry Inch.
No, the
Hedwig, Harry's owl.
Yeah, didn't I say Hedwig?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Harry Potter's owl.
Yes, and I said Hedwig in the Angry Inch, which is
a different thing.
Different thing. Yeah. But Hedwig, Harry's owl.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Harry's owl, and
Okay.
he has this wry look on his face, and it says "Oh, really," but it's spelled, RLY or whatever.
Yes. Oh, really? I am at least interested in talking for at least I don't know,
Make
another
that the show art is that owl if you could find it.
the Oh Really Owl. I will try to find. I'll try to find that. The Screeched. You watched it once.
Right.
How many scenes was Screech in? I mean, what percentage of the scenes was Screech in?
All of them.
All of them. Okay.
Yeah, it was a porno about him.
Well, I understand it's a porno about him, but sometimes when you make a porno movie, the person that is on the front of the box, whether that be...
It wasn't a box. I mean, it was.
Well,
I got the liner notes.
But I'm saying back in the day, if you were looking, and sometimes the person on the box, let's just go with this for a second. The person on the box is not in all the scenes. Sometimes they're not even in any of the scenes until the last one. It's what they call tease, Steve. I don't know if you're familiar with that term. But I was just wondering whether Screech was only in like one scene of this motherfucking movie, or
There's the owl.
there it is. Okay, I remember that.
I remember the
now.
first time I saw this fucking owl. I remember I was in I think I was in one of my film production or might have been studio production. One of my production courses in college.
Right.
And like somebody sent me that like in an email or something, and it fucking wrecked me, and I was laughing so hard in the back of the classroom, and my professor was so annoyed with me because I couldn't stop laughing at this fucking owl.
It's a pretty funny owl.
2004 or something like that. I'm laughing at this fucking owl. I still think it's funny.
It's a pretty funny owl.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. So Screech was in all of the scenes. Wow. So I imagine then that it was filmed over multiple days instead of just over one day, where the reason I think that you only see certain people in a pornographic film in one or two scenes is because it takes them a little while to recuperate.
Yeah, it was definitely. I think it was more than one lady in more than one occasion. I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess Screech and his big penis deserve the spotlight for a whole film. What else is he doing these days?
I don't know. I think he's just generally an ass to people.
That's what I gather, which is unfortunate because I would like to like Screech. He was the one that was the most like me.
Yeah,
and I don't want to think of myself as an asshole.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know if it still happens in media. Like, like watching Everything Sucks. It didn't happen in there.
Yeah,
where like, when someone was turned down by a love interest or whatever, that person would still like persist in like
Right.
annoying the other person.
Yeah.
And so that's what Screech did with Lisa Turtle.
Yes, that was their whole thing.
Yeah.
Screech knew. I mean, Lisa made it very clear that it was never happening with Screech, but Screech kept.
Yeah, and I think that might have like warped the minds of a generation.
Yeah,
Because
maybe a
like that
little bit.
happened a lot in television of things that we've watched.
Yeah.
Like, when we were growing up, like the nerd that just didn't give up and then harass their way into a relationship.
Yeah, it's kind of a. You're bringing up something very interesting here. That is kind of a thread that runs through a lot of 80s and 90s sitcoms. Yeah,
Sitcoms and just media in general.
Yeah, well, yeah, sitcoms, movies, the geeks you just got to keep after it, and it, in a sense, outside of relationships, outside of a situation where you might be harassing somebody, that's not a bad message. The notion of like keep at it, just keep trying. But when it comes to relationships and other people, sometimes you need to stop trying.
Yeah,
because they've told you no.
The keep trying should apply, but it should be keep trying with another person,
With somebody
perhaps.
else who
With
hasn't told you no.
Someone who might actually want your advances.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, part of that is, lazy writing on the part of these, especially if you're talking about a TV series, and then they further reinforce their bad message by eventually having those two get together, or by having like well, I mean, I guess the kiss on the cheek at the end where one of them accepts it. I don't know. I'm not thinking of anything specific, but like very often it seems to me that eventually they get together, and that's just also a bad message.
That is a terrible message, because it's like, okay, we're gonna reward your bad behavior with like a treat.
Yeah. So Screech is ass.
Yeah,
Screech
on
ass.
both ends.
He could go ass to ass.
He's going ass to ass. He's shuffling butts.
Yeah, it's. So you never kept it? Didn't keep that one? Not part of your collection?
No, I don't have a collection. I can say that I do not own any pornography.
I don't own any Yeah, I don't own any pornography myself either.
Do I have any I'm trying to think if I have anything that would be that would qualify as pornography. I do, kind of. I have Mondo Topless, which was a bunch of Russ Meyer movies from the 1960s, and he was like a. So I mean, it's not like X-rated,
right?
It's titillating because there's lots of breasts and whatnot. But it's mostly just pretty benign stuff, just like girls dancing around half naked.
Yeah,
or mostly naked.
That seems pretty benign.
Yeah, there's no gaping butts or cake farts or any sort of fun stuff like that.
There's so much of Anyway, not that we want to like talk any more about this, but so much of what turned me off about. And I don't think it was so much that I got older. I think it was that I started, like, in terms of the adult stuff that was out there, I started to see grosser and grosser things, and I was just like, I like the idea of two people having fun with each other and looking like they enjoy it. I don't like the idea of anybody ever looking like they are not enjoying things. I don't like, and I don't need to see things that you might see at a gynecologist's or other doctor's office. Like, I don't need to see this shit. Like, I don't know.
So, like, I mean, I don't understand how the industry still survives. Like, it doesn't seem like I don't know anybody that pays money for pornography.
Yeah,
like, I like if you any of you new listeners out there or old ones for that matter, or anybody. If you have in the last, let's just say 2 years, purchased pornographic material, and I'm not talking about sex toys or anything like that. Okay. That has a practical purpose. if you've purchased any sort of pornography, not if you've bought like a sex toy and gotten pornography as a bonus.
Okay.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count. All right. That was I.
Just let us know, hot@clarkwoods.com.
Yeah.
And I want to hear about. You don't have to you can say don't include my name if you want to remain anonymous, or you can just say I'm John or whatever, and then we'll be like, which John are you of the Johns that we've talked about before? Or are you completely other John?
Yeah,
Or are you Matt or some other really common name?
Yeah. So the question does come: who's paying for it? And
and so how does this industry maintain itself?
Right.
And I guess
I imagine
ad revenue on free sites.
Yeah.
The occasional like getting somebody to pay for one of the the actual pay sites.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I mean my thought there is the same thought that I have about music and movies to a lesser extent, because movies and TV shows benefit from the fact that they are larger files when it comes digitally, right? Music was the first thing to start getting shared illegally. And so music got totally fucked over, and pornography shortly thereafter, because you could put up just really low resolution clips at 4 minutes a piece or whatever, just enough time for somebody to bang one out. Anyway, so
for music,
nobody. There was a thing on Spot. People this week is International Women's Day as we record this. Quite appropriate that we're talking so much about porn. But there was something.
I think we had some points that women might actually agree with.
Yeah, no.
We're not as misogynist as we usually are. If this is your first time listening.
But there was this thing about Spotify creating a feature which I think looked at your percentage of something along the lines of it looked at the percentage of female artists that you were listening to, and then tried to surface lesser known female artists that you might enjoy. And it sounded like a really great idea. And I very snarkily tweeted I love this idea. It'd be wonderful if it was somebody other than Spotify doing it so that I could actually use it, because I refuse to use Spotify because Spotify has a free tier and they underpay. How could they not? If they've got a free tier where you can go and you can listen to any fucking song you want and never pay a goddamn dime. They are not.
Do they have ads in between the songs?
They have ads in between and shit like that. But fucking ad revenue can't be.
Well, Pandora does the same thing.
But Pandora doesn't allow you to go and listen to any song of your choosing, right?
They just kind of shoot out random songs, a radio station.
Yeah.
But you start the station on a band that you like.
Yes. Yeah. No, I Pandora I get, because it's I don't use Pandora anymore myself because I have an Apple Music subscription, but I understand Pandora and I appreciate.
I used to use it all the time.
And
I don't even know what my password is anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
So I could get a new account.
Anyway, so music is suffering, and I think pornography is suffering in the same way, and I worry about the ways we talked within the last couple of years about that. Oh my gosh, what is her name that did the documentary? Quincy Jones's daughter.
Oh, I know. She was on Parks and Rec.
Yeah. Rashida Jones.
Yes.
Rashida Jones did the documentary. Was it called Hot Girls Wanted?
Yeah.
Okay.
We watched it. Well,
yeah.
I watched it.
You watched it, and we didn't watch it together, but we watched it separately.
We watched it together. We were jacking each other off. It was hilarious.
But that one was really illuminating, and you think about what I worry about the most with pornography is the exploitation of the talent, right? That you have these people who are going in there and I mean, I think they've probably always been getting exploited to one extent or another. But I think now that profits are probably way down, they're really, getting exploited.
Yeah.
And so, so this would be the point at which I'm going to admit to you something, Steve. I'm going to admit
you like exploiting women. I understand.
No. That in the interest of, if I ever wanted to have access to some some adult entertainment.
You would go to Tower News and go to one of the jerk booths?
And not feel guilty about it. I did pay for a subscription to a tasteful site, because I occasionally, every once in a while, like to have access to adult entertainment, and I want the people to be paid. So I know it's just a drop in the bucket.
When did you do this?
A week ago.
What?
Yeah, no. Just in case.
Honky, please.
No, cupcake, please.
Oh, yeah. Cupcake, please.
Cupcake, please. Yeah, no, I did, like a week ago. I was like, and you know how often...
You gotta be careful. You have two, young daughters.
Yes, I know. I don't look at anything when they're anywhere around, and I don't download it. It's a site where...
It's weird, though,
And I don't even really look more than, once every 6 months.
We found your dad's porn. I found my dad's porn,
Yeah, right.
There's a way to figure out, well, I don't even know if, it's even on their radar,
It might be, but do you want me to tell you what I do to keep it away from my kids?
No.
No. Okay, I mean,
yeah, sure.
No, I mean, it's just, first of all, private browsing mode, the password and anything else goes to a specific email account that I don't access except
for... Is it a Hotmail account or something?
It's not a Hotmail account. That I don't access except for anything for this. And I've used it once.
What is this tasteful site, Chris?
I'm not gonna get into that.
Buttshuffles.com.
But I'm just saying, I money where my mouth is, right? I am the person here that's preaching all the time about making sure that people get paid for their work. And you know what? If I'm ever going to pleasure myself to pornography again, it's going to be on a site. Not on fucking Pornhub or Xtube or whatever the fuck. It's going to be on a site where I am paying, and hopefully, some of that money is going to the performers.
Well, did you check the Better Business Bureau for this particular site?
I did not check the Better Business Bureau for this site. Maybe I should. I did not think.
Are they on Angie's list?
I can't believe I just admitted this because I should have known that you were going to find ways to make fun of me. I'm trying to do the right thing here.
It's fine, Chris, but I'm just going to bust your chops a little bit here.
It's okay.
Because that's what it's all about.
I deserve it. But I honestly, I don't steal movies. I don't steal TV shows. I don't steal music. And I was like, so why the fuck would I steal pornography? These are... I'm not saying that they are...
But it's not stealing, though.
It's not stealing if I go to, Pornhub and watch somebody's illegally uploaded copy of something from some pay site?
I mean, if it's illegally uploaded, then it should be taken down.
Well, yes, it should be, but that is... I guarantee you 99.99% of everything that is on any of those free sites is stuff that somebody they pirated it from this site, and then they re-uploaded it so you could watch it for free.
All right, Chris.
So I'm not going to do that shit anymore. If I'm going to watch porno, I'm going to pay for it. Because I should. Because those people should get paid. Because even if it's not the highest art form in the world, these people are creating something that I am consuming, and they should be paid.
You know what? Just going back to Pandora for a sec, I realized that I really like the Flaming Lips, and I've never bought one of their albums, so I probably should at some point.
Well, see... That's why I subscribe to Apple Music, and I know that they probably do not pay that much more than Spotify does. But anything that gets listened to on Apple Music is a paid subscription. So if I listen to the Flaming Lips, they probably get a fraction of a penny, hopefully more. But yeah, I just think subscribing to one of these services where you
Yeah,
can
like
listen-
and subscribe to like you do this podcast
but I think if you
in Apple Podcasts.
subscribe to Apple Music, subscribe to Spotify, Google Music, Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, you already have an Amazon Prime Music subscription. If you have Google, you already have a Google whatever.
Hey, I could say Alexa and not have to worry about her being like, "What the fuck do you want, Steve?"
Yeah, but she might laugh at you.
Oh my god,
Has that happened with yours?
no, we asked her to laugh and she did this tee hee hee laugh.
I heard she was laughing at people this week.
we heard a recording of it and it was kind of creepy.
I don't like it. I don't like that's been a whole thing in my field of vision this week is people have started publishing reviews, or they've been publishing them for a while, shitting on the Apple HomePod. Now, everybody who's been listening to this show for a long time knows that I'm an Apple fanboy. I used to work for Apple.
You're wearing an Apple sweatshirt.
I'm wearing an Apple sweatshirt at this very moment.
Well, it is chilly in here, so
they're shitting on the HomePod because it's not as good as
a toilet.
It's not as good at the voice stuff as the Echo or as the Google one or any of these other things. It's an amazing speaker, they all say, but it's not as good at the other things. And to which I say, they didn't advertise it as being good at the other things. They advertised it as being good as a speaker. And also, I don't give a shit about being able to ask it stuff. I can ask my watch stuff. I can ask my phone stuff. I haven't bought one, but I would because I don't have great speakers in my house, in my home theater.
So yeah, when you're watching your paid for pornography,
my paid for pornography, I could hook it up.
You'd have to make sure
HomePod.
you're home alone.
I do have to make sure I am Macaulay
You'd be
Culkin.
like, I'm watching porno that I paid for.
I do have to make sure.
And just put aftershave on my face. My freshly
at least I'm not putting it on my dick.
put aftershave on my freshly shaved dick.
I think I might have done that once.
You shaved your whole.
I did. I shaved my whole penis at one point. I'm not drinking and I'm admitting all of this shit. No, there was one point at which let me guess. It must have been in the 2003. It was when you were in college. You're just talking about 2004. So like the 2003, 2004 period, I lost a lot of weight. I was in decent shape.
So you wanted to everybody to see the V.
It was my
pubis.
last. It was my last great gasp at that was, I think, when I was still my last great bunches of trips to strip clubs and watching porno and all of that stuff. It was my last little bit of being as much a hornball as I was in my early 20s. And I somewhere around there, I wanted to. I got the idea. I was like, I'm gonna shave it. I'm gonna shave around there. Not totally bare or anything, but.
You shaved it with a razor, a straight razor?
No, I shaved it.
At the barber? Did you have the barber do it?
Yes, I went to the barber.
What do you want? Could you just shave off all my pubic hair with a straight razor? And I promise I won't freak out or move.
I mean, I think I must have done this before it was a bit in the American Wedding movie, because then I saw the American Wedding movie and I kind of didn't laugh as much as everybody else because I was like, I've done that.
I mean, we've all trimmed down there.
Yeah. It's the biggest mistake of my life, Steve. It's the biggest mistake of my life because I trimmed.
Do you remember that episode of Seinfeld? No, you hate Seinfeld.
I do.
When Kramer, when
Seinfeld.
Jerry shaved his chest, and then Kramer told him not to because it would
grow back. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Ugh. Still to this day, when it was growing back, I just I can feel it. I can feel what it was like when it was growing back. It's just a bad idea, but I did do some manscaping. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
You look like a man-o'-lantern.
Hey, thanks, Seth Rogen. It's been a while since we've had you on the show.
I'm glad to be here. I'm gonna smoke some pot.
What have you been up to, Seth Rogen?
I sound different because I'm.
Did you have a heart attack like your pal Kevin Smith? Did you have a heart attack, Seth Rogen?
Are they pals?
Well, they made a movie together called Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Oh God.
Did you ever see that movie?
I like that movie. It's not bad.
No, I like that movie too.
I think that might have been the last one that I sort of was okay with.
Yeah, I think that was the last one that I. Did that one come out before or after Clerks 2?
I think it was after.
Okay, yeah, all right, So I liked that one, and then I think I didn't mind Red State. I watched Red State, but then I saw Red State in a theater with Kevin Smith. I went to,
and he was explaining it and talking about it.
He did
was
like
Michael
Q&A.
Parks there, and he was.
He did a Q&A afterwards and shit like that, and yeah.
Yeah, I saw it I rented it. Like they did that digital, like it was one of those movies. It might have been one of the first movies that I remember where you could rent it the same day it came out in theaters.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that.
And I did that, and I was less than impressed.
Yeah, no, I mean Zack and Miri is kind of like that's the last gasp of, I don't know. That is the last one that I really.
I think it was the last one before he became a total pothead.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's probably. I mean, it might be exactly why his films have just went freaking cuckoo bananas.
Yeah. I bet, but I mean, I still like. That sounds weird. Like
I still like him as a person, and I'm glad that he survived his heart attack.
Yeah.
And I mean, he does his comic book guys show or whatever.
Yeah. Hopefully, I thought about that. I'm like, oh, this is one of the biggest comic book fans in the world, and he's gonna die a month before, or like a month and a half before fucking Infinity War. Like, no, I mean, I know he's a bigger DC fan. Like, he likes the Batman, and that, like, his fucking podcast is called Fat Man on Batman. Like, he likes that stuff better. But I think I think it would be a very sad thing. I mean, it'd be a very sad thing he was dead, but it'd be a very sad thing that he died before getting to see Infinity War. Well, like, I worry, there's all these fucking tree limbs down and shit like that. I'm like, I worry that a fucking tree limb is going to go through my car before I get to see Infinity War. Well, and I
don't think it'll happen.
Let me die on my anniversary. My anniversary is the 28th. By the 28th, I will have seen Infinity War. Because it comes out on the 27th. They moved it up a week.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Of March?
27th? No, of April.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They moved it up from May 5th because it was going to premiere around the world on the 27th, and then not premiere in the U.S. until May 5th. I don't know what fucking genius at Disney thought that was a good idea, but they finally realized, if we wait a week, everything will be spoiled by the international audiences, and the U.S. audiences are going to fucking hate us, so they moved it up. Yeah. And then Dwayne Johnson, his movie moved up a week to get away from, because that one was supposed to be on the 27th, but now that one is like a week earlier to get away from the Infinity War. Lots of covers. Entertainment Weekly, like 15 different covers with various Avengers and shit on them, and Disney shareholders got to view a new trailer today. But I'm not a Disney shareholder.
Oh,
so
fucking! I'm sorry, man.
I want a new trailer.
How much money do you have to have invested in Disney?
That's a good question.
Can you be like you have one share of Disney?
Yeah,
stock?
I don't know.
I am a shareholder. I am entitled to watching a trailer, please.
Yeah. Well, they showed that. They showed some stuff from Solo. They showed a little bit of other stuff. I don't know if they showed the trailer for Christopher Robin, the new live action Winnie the Pooh movie. But...
Oh, bother.
You know who's in that?
Chris Pratt?
No. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Young Obi-Wan.
Oh, what's his butt?
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor?
Ewan McGregor is playing Christopher Robin.
Ewan McDonald?
And he encounters the Pooh Bear.
Oh, he does?
Yep. He's all grown up, and he thinks he's hallucinating, but nope, there's Pooh Bear.
Oh, well,
I mean, I don't think Pooh Bear is going to swear quite as much as Ted.
But, I remember that movie.
Did you ever see Ted 2? I never watched Ted 2, but that one supposedly like Tom Brady's
was that
penis.
the one where he did a TED Talk?
God damn it, we have like a minute left. That would have been perfect. But you got a minute left. You got to make at least one more joke before
we start ripping into plugs.
Ripping the plugs. Yeah, one more joke, Steve. Give me one more joke.
So guy, well, I'll just do the punchline to a joke.
Okay.
This is my favorite.
The other one had a penis?
No.
That was the punchline to a joke I heard this past week.
He's got a martini in one hand. He's got the vibrator buzzing away in his ass. His wife says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm having a drink with my new son-in-law."
You can find the show notes for this episode at clarkwoods.com/hot/188. And if you have anything to say about anything we've said, you can send us an email to hot@clarkwoods.com. Or you can tweet us. I'm at ECC1977.
And I'm at Tuesday is Loser. That's Tuesday IS Loser. All one word.
And we'll be back shortly.
We'll be back in like a couple of days with a brand new episode at our normal date and time.
Not the same bat time, same bat channel as this one, but
yes, this is the super late one. Yeah. And if it's your first one, you're in for a treat. You get one in a couple of days.
It's like it's 2 and 2. That's what Chuck Woolery used to say.
Yeah, because we'll be back in two minutes.
We'll be back in 2 and 2. 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Well, that announcers like saying two. It has a nice sound to it.
Does
I remember Don Orsello used to be talk about it and be like, that's the count he would like to say, like when it's a 2 and 2 count.
Oh,
Don Orsello is a baseball announcer for all of you kids that aren't from the greater Boston area. And have a good evening. That's not funny.